for Mrs. Chemistry and Mr. Principal. They hadn't gotten their story straight, and Mrs. Chemistry didn't know about the embellishments he'd added. After lots of back and forth, Mom looks over at me and says, "What's your version?" I tell it like it happened, admitting we were in the classroom when we shouldn't have been, but it was so I could teach the kids real chemistry. That pissed the teacher off a little bit. She wanted to know how we'd gotten in, and I considered lying, but what the hell, I was already facing a 5-day suspension. Not much more can happen. I told her I'd used a plastic card to just slide the mechanism back. I've been doing this all over the school since the prior year. Mrs. Chemistry starts screaming again about how I'm a criminal. There obviously needs to be more discipline at home because I'm going to come to no good, and not only am I corrupting my friends' moral fiber, I'm ruining their minds by teaching them things that are against every rule of science. Mom looks over at me and tells me to take out whatever I was using to teach this voodoo to my friends. I get out the notebook she and I have been working in. She flips through a couple of pages and says, "Yep, looks right to me. If I had the chance to live a couple moments of my life over, this is definitely one I'd choose." Mrs. Chemistry looks at Mom and says, "How on earth could you possibly know whether anything in that book is right or wrong?" Mom looks her straight in the face and says, "Well, I just happen to be one of 4 women in the United States who received a PhD in inorganic chemistry in 1956. After completing graduate studies at Northwestern University, I went to work for Esso and was on the team that developed Uniflow motor oil, but I wanted a little more time with the kids, so I quit and accepted an offer to teach chemistry at Rutgers University. Now that we're in Houston, I'm an assistant professor of chemistry at the University of Houston. Oh, and I know that notebook is correct because I prepared it so my daughter could learn how to do actual chemistry correctly. It was a thing of beauty." Mrs. Chemistry just stood there with a glazed look on her face. Then, she walked out the door. I got a 2-day suspension for breaking into the classroom. I still had this horrible woman for chemistry, but she didn't bother me anymore, and at the end of the year, her contract was not renewed.